So it's 2026, and let me tell you, the gap between those who work and those who orchestrate, well, it's not just a gap anymore, it's a canyon. Most people are still treating AI like it's a basic chatbot or a simple writing assistant. And look, if you're still the one manually typing prompts for every single task, you are already falling behind. You've become the bottleneck in your own business.
You know that productivity trap, it is so real. I mean, get this. We spend a staggering 60% of our time just responding to messages, manually dragging data between apps. We're caught in this endless cycle of being busy but not actually productive.
But here's what that really costs you. Every single time you get interrupted, it can cost you up to 23 minutes of deep focus. Just think about how many times that happens in a single day. We're talking hours of lost productivity every single day.
And you might think, but I have AI tools, right? Well, even with those, you're still stuck tracking updates, you're still assigning tasks, and clearing blockers. You're basically babysitting your own tech. But there's a new breed of technology that is about to change absolutely everything.
So what's the way out of this trap? Well, it's time to forget about AI assistants. Let's talk about your new digital employees.
Yeah, this whole new world is called Agentic AI. And here's the absolute key. These are not assistants, they are digital employees. They don't just sit around waiting for you to tell them what to do. They observe what's going on, they plan a course of action, and they execute entire business workflows all on their own.
Okay, let's break this down to make it super clear. An AI assistant, that's like a helpful intern, right? You ask him to draft an email, they do it. But an AI agent, that's like a seasoned executive who can run your entire customer support department proactively without you even asking.
So you're probably wondering, how does this even work? It's all powered by this simple but powerful loop. Observe, plan, act, and then learn. It's this continuous cycle that lets these agents get smarter and better over time, all on their own, without your constant hand-holding. And look, the best part? This isn't some futuristic sci-fi movie. These systems are here right now. So the real question is, how do you pick the right one for your business? Let's dive in. The main thing to remember is this. The infrastructure is officially ready. It's go time. For enterprise teams, you've got platforms like Slack with Agentforce or Microsoft Copilot Studio, which are putting agents right into the tools you use every day. And if you need a workforce that can learn and adapt on its own, Beam AI is really the leader in 2026 for rock-solid reliability.
All right, so choosing your agent tech OS really just comes down to the tech you're already using. If your whole life is in Salesforce, Agentforce is a total no-brainer. If you live and breathe Microsoft 365, then Copilot Studio is your best bet. And what if you're stuck with some ancient, clunky software? Well, Claude's desktop intelligence is a complete game changer. It can literally see the screen and move the mouse just like a person would.
Now, what if you want deep control or you just want full customization? No problem. There are amazing open source options out there like AutoGPT or OpenClaw that let you build and run these autonomous agents on your own servers.
Okay, so you've picked your platform. Awesome. But now comes the most important part, the mindset shift. You have to stop thinking like a worker. You're a systems architect now. Here's how we make that happen.
So, you ready to become an orchestrator? This is your 4-step playbook. Think of it as your guide to building the systems that will do the work for you.
Step 1, and this is probably the biggest mental leap you'll have to make, is to define the goal, not the individual task. So instead of saying, summarize this, you tell the platform, prepare the quarterly sales report. The agent figures out all the little steps in between.
But you know what they say, with great power comes great responsibility. That's why step 2 is all about safety. You absolutely must keep a human in the loop, or HITL as they call it, for any big decisions and especially anything involving money. Autonomy needs a bit of oversight.
All right, so where do you even start with this? Step 3 is all about your kill list. And no, it's not as sinister as it sounds. You just start with those high-friction workflows that are costing you the most time and money. For sales, that might be lead qualification. For customer service, you could let agents handle up to 80% of your support tickets.
And finally, step 4. This is where you really start to scale things up, multi-agent orchestration. You can use tools like Crew AI to build these specialized squads of agents. Think a researcher, an analyst, a support rep, all working together and handing off tasks just like a real team. So, after all this, what's the big payoff for becoming an orchestrator? Well, let me tell you. It's about way more than just getting more done. It's about fundamentally changing your business.
We're already seeing the results out in the wild.
These scaled multi-agent systems, they're already driving over 10% enterprise growth for the companies that are actually using them. That's not a small tweak, that's a huge competitive edge.
And you know what? This shift creates a totally new, massive opportunity. You could literally launch an AI automation agency today, setting up these autonomous systems for all those local businesses that are still stuck in the dark ages, drowning in that 60% of busy work.
And really, this brings us to the single most important idea here. The future belongs to the people who build the systems, not the people who work for them. You've got to decide which side of that line you want to be on.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. What's that one high-friction workflow you're going to automate first? Seriously, think about it. Pick just one thing today, choose your platform, and get your first agent deployed. The future is waiting.